Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Healing Table. I'm Grace.
Welcome back to the Healing Table. I am Julia, and you guys see who is here today. Grace is here today. I should have time, so we are going to do today's show together. That's awesome. I'm so happy she's here. So let's get started, shall we?
My mom wanted to talk about back to school stuff.
Yes.
And so, what would you want to tell the parents for this next back to school season?
So I just want to tell all the parents today, me included, because I'm still a parent, I still have the youngest one. Let this year to be different. Um, the first day of school, if you have time, make a time, if you don't even have, to take your child to school for the first day of school. That recorded in the brain that, you know, they're really very important, okay? And when they come from school, if they come in with the bus, or you pick them up, if you pick them up, talk about the school when they're in the car, if you know that you're going to get home and get busy. But if they come with the bus, when they get in and you're at home, just drop whatever you have and ask them about the school for that day, the first day of school. And if you're at work and you just come back and you need a little bit time of your, stress and whatever, go sit down a little bit in whatever corner you have, and then before you cook, before you put the food in the table, just ask the kid about the school. I wish I did that for all my kids, but I know now I was failing before, and when I got better, two of my kids are already growing up, okay? But if I have to go back and change, even though I did the best, I always ask them about the school, don't take me wrong. I always do whatever. I ask them what the school, what teacher is good, what did they like. And after a couple months, if they need tutoring, I always ask my kid, did you think you need tutoring? Are you okay in any subject, any stuff like that? And if your child play volleyball or football, I know we're busy. We're mom. We're always busy. You gotta go to work. You gotta come from work. You gotta cook. You gotta clean up. You gotta do all that. But I need you to take one day at a time. When they said they have, what is that game? The one they go away. What they call it?
An away game?
Away game. Away game. Take time. You and your husband. Me and my husband, we go as much as we can for our children game. In game and out game. We are the cheerleader. If you go to all those schools that are going on, you can hear me and my husband in the back, whoo, 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 whoo. Go Gracie, go Tala, go. All of my kids, even my son when he used to play football, I had to take him in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning for the practice. And then I had to pick him up after school. I used to go to 3 different schools. I go to Taylor, you know. That time I was the pastor parents, I put my pastor kid in the car. We're going to take Brown first because he go to Legacy in Taylor. And then we are going to take this girl we used to help, Farida. It's like way in Taylor, like 15 minutes from Brown. Then I will come back this way and drop Joy, Gracie, because that time she still go to Hado. Then I had to go and take Tala to Meridian. That time she is not there yet, but it didn't take too long before they even go to the same school. And then I have to braid hair, guys. I have a client in my garage. I had to do the hair, and then still I have to make sure when they come home they have food to eat. They used to, like, you guys can go back to Gracie video. I used to not to, go out and take them to McDonald's or whatever. We used to eat from home. So after all that, I had to drum them to school. I have a customer I had to finish, and then at 3 o'clock I had to start picking them up. one by one by one by one. And all after all that, if they have anything in the school, most of the time likely we have to be there. If I'm not there, mostly I'm always there with them in every little event that they have. But if I'm not there, my husband is always there. And then there is another thing, the parents conference. Dad called it parents conference for a reason. Okay? You guys do not miss that. Parents conference, you have to be there. I used to go all my kids conference until when I tell my husband, I say, you know what? I need you to step in. And when he really definitely stepped in, I let him do all the kid conference, and then I will ask him what happened, what did they say? But I used to do for all of them. The parents conference is really very important. The big game is very important. You are the cheerleader for your children. You have to cherish them and everything. If they have something to do at the school and you think you can take off, do so. I know some people, they have this kind of excuse that, oh, I don't drive. Well, you work, right? Take Uber. Take a taxi. Make it there. They will appreciate you tomorrow. They will appreciate you more. Even though they're tired, when they see the parent, they smile big. And they will be happy, So we have to do this year different. And please, every Sunday, make sure you sit down with your children, you and your husband, and talk about everything that's going in the school, everything that they like, everything they don't like, what the teacher like, and what is happening. You have to ask all those details. Like this, for example, this Sunday, me and my kid, my son, take us to watch the movie. Yeah, we went and watched the movie together. The only person is not here is my husband and my daughter at work. But before that, she come home. She was like, Mom, I'm going to be at work, but I'm going to come and stay with you for a couple of hours before I go home. This is amazing, guys. I'm not talking because I want to talk. I'm not talking because I'm thinking I'm better than you. No, I am not. I make my own mistake. In some of my kids, when they are growing up, when I got here, I don't know what I'm doing. But now, I think I was way better than before. 100% better than before. And I need you guys not to make the same mistake that I've been making until I figured it out how to change. So, I'm going to give the mic back to Gracie.
I would like to also emphasize the fact that I feel like the dads definitely need to be more involved in that. I feel like a lot of the times the dads are the ones who kind of just, if they're, have a conversation with their kids, all they ask is about school and how's school and how are you doing about school, but nothing else. But then they don't put in the effort to actually go to these things, or get to know anything about your school, the teachers you have, and everything that's going on in school. And I feel like it's really important that they actually take some time and to actually get to know your school life as well, because it is kind of like a whole different kind of separate life within your life as well. And I think the dads definitely should step up, and we know that obviously, like my mom said, like all of the parents have jobs, and I know my mom, the way that she had her job lined up, like she did find a lot of time to really be there for a lot of us, for a lot of things and a lot of games and stuff, and it was really, really appreciated a lot. And I think like growing up, that definitely didn't go unnoticed. But also like with my dad, like it's kind of like the opposite, where he was always at work, but he would come here and there. But even whenever he did come every once in a blue moon, like those are things, are like games, or things that you really do cherish, that like, okay, like I understand like you're busy, but at the same time, like I really do appreciate them for coming out sorry, for coming out and like just being there and you know showing that you know
You care.
you actually care.
And you love your kid.
Yeah, and school is really hard. It's really stressful sometimes, and especially if you're someone who wants to achieve like higher grades and stuff. I know for me, I
Mentally
definitely
state.
want to be the person who gets all A's all the time. And there's been a point in my life where I struggled to get to that point in college sometimes, but I slowly got better and you know learned more of my own studying habits, which is really hard. I feel like to kind of learn because I feel like it's kind of different going from or not college, high school studying into like college studying, just because you have a lot of other stuff going on as well. Like you're trying to be your own responsible human being and you have a lot of other things to kind of like worry about as well. So that kind of like can go into how your grades are or how you do academically that year. It is a lot. And if the parents are like you know have enough to like help as much as they can, like I do think that's really helpful and it will definitely take off a lot of the stress load from the kid and can probably you know they can do better. But at the same time, like I know that sometimes that's not the case, and sometimes they don't have like a support system where you know they can go to them for that specific thing financially. I know like sometimes like even the support that's not financial is even just as good. Just being there, talking to them, you know, giving the advice that you know they need, or some resources that maybe she wasn't able to provide, or maybe you know sometimes the school also they have a lot of resources for you to like kind of take advantage of as well, especially like in college. I know that they have like you know free therapy sessions, free like I know they do therapy. I know they have like lawyers. You know, like these are like the students that want to be in these types of like careers in the future. So they kind of give them like little spaces where they can actually work with patients or like future, you know. So they have like a bunch of like lawyers, nurses, you know, therapy sessions, counselors, you know, food banks that you, if you can't, you know, afford food, they'll probably have somewhere that you can go and get free food or whatever. It's just really important that you look into your school's website, because I think almost every college has this. Because it does get, you know, stressful sometimes as well. And I feel like also with like the parents helping financially, and even whenever the parents aren't able to, I think also you just gotta know what you're there for. And you just kind of have to kind of just double down on what you believe that you can be, and just remind yourself this is only a small struggle period in your life. And after you graduate, after you get that job, after you know go after what you want to go after, you're just going to be so much more happier and actually you know accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in life and get a step forward towards what you see yourself, you know, in your life in the future as well. And I would also say, I know like a lot of South Sudanese kids sometimes like they don't really see the importance of parents. They don't see the importance of like school in general sometimes. I know sometimes it's just because like they know that it's expensive and the parents are not gonna help. But I do feel like it is something that I feel like it's really worth going into debt for, personally. I know that eventually you're going to be able to pay that debt off if you actually, you know, kind of learn more. I think college in general kind of teaches you to kind of want to be more financially like stable and financially literate and stuff. So these are the things that you learn along the way, even if your parents didn't know and didn't give you that knowledge of, you know, how to, you know, save your money or put your money there. But like you're around a lot of people a lot that you know can teach you, and I think the best thing about college is like you're around so many other people and you get to talk to all these people and get little small like advice and things from like all these different people from all different types of majors or you know whatever it is. But yeah, I feel like college is definitely worth it. It's definitely something, even if it's something you get a degree in something that kind of just will help you, you can put it in the back burner, just get the degree. I feel like, because if anything, you could always lean back on something, and it's not gonna be something like, oh, I have to go work at McDonald's now, or oh, I have to go work at, you know, and like struggle my whole life basically now because no, college is too expensive and whatnot. But college is expensive. I'm not saying that it's not. And if you do, I would say like I would recommend going to a community college. It's a lot cheaper as well. I know that they have like a bunch of like what's it called? It's definitely a lot cheaper, and they have like programs where they'll help you out and stuff, especially if you get into a situation where you're a parent before you go into college or anything. They definitely have a lot more resources than universities, because they also know that, you know, it's kind of like a mixed group of people that kind of go to community college. There's like moms there.
Yeah, there's a mom, there's a dad, there's everybody.
There's older people.
Everybody that they want to change their life.
Yeah, so I think just don't give up on that. I think it's definitely, you're able to pay that money out of pocket. It might be a little bit hard, but I think it's definitely worth it. Especially, there's some associate's degrees too that will get you to a job that pays you very well. Just like if you want to be a dental hygienist, that's just an associate's degree, 2 years. And you'll become a dental hygienist making $40-$50 an hour. If you want to be a nurse, 2 years. Go in there, do that. If you want to go and basically go in for your bachelor's or your master's or whatever, you can always go back to school and actually have your place that of what is it called, the place that you're working at pay for your school. I think it's important that you look for those tuition reimbursement jobs as well, just because also like those are the jobs that are gonna pay you to go to school and pay your, you know, tuition. Exactly. So I think it's just a lot of resources that a lot of people don't know about, and I think it's really good to research those things, because I don't think college is impossible for you to accomplish, especially if you want to accomplish something more in your life. But that's really what I want to say.
Okay. So, if your son or your daughter are going to college, and you just come from Africa, you never have your child going to college. Sometimes we blink because we don't know where to start. It happened to me, you know. But always ask questions. Ask some people that even any race, and even if you don't know at all, ask the school. You know, they will tell you better, because I know some of us fail to fill the paperwork for the school right. Okay, so we cannot assume that child, because he or she is 18 or whatever, they can do everything for themselves. They need your hand in, and if you don't know how to do it, go to the school, let them help you out, because it happened to me. And I have to have people that I work, you know, I do them hair. They are teachers, they are motherboards, they are what? One of them helped actually being on the phone for almost a couple hours to put my son in the right direction, because my son went to early college program and they want to give him a part-time. So guess what? If they give him part-time, he is not part-time school. He is not going to be qualified for FAFSA or grant or whatever. He's gonna pay everything, because he's gonna have only 2 years to go to college. So the teacher the lady, she called Texas A&M and she talk because she know all the people by name. She been talking to them and everything, and then Brown set up in the right place. For Grace, it's kind of different because I know then some stuff, and Brown already in there, so Brown really helped much as he could, and her school helped her too, because first of all, you have to put your tax return ready. That's the first thing. If your child going to college in any time, in any day, both of you, even if you file separate, make sure those stuff is available. Okay? Make sure they're available, they're handing, they're printing, because that's the thing. And the second thing is, make sure they have a passport. If they're going to college, make sure your child have a passport. Make sure they have a birth certificate. I don't care where they're born or whatever, they have to have those three things: birth certificate, passport, and their tax return. That's the thing that they're gonna need. And that is not the child, it's not my daughter thing to do, it's my job to do. I had to prepare that. Then she's gonna do the other thing, you know? So going back to Gracie, because she was saying that, yeah, our dad, it doesn't show a lot affection. I have one of my boys that I used to talk to him is one of my relatives, and he really messed up so bad. But those kids, they used to be, they still smart, they are smart, but I am asking them, what did they get them to that place? So when we talk like, oh, this baby doesn't listen, oh, this baby have a behavior, or he have an attitude, there is a something, take that child to that point. Let's agree with that. There is a something that you did, something that happened in the school, something that the friend did, okay? Something happened and nobody acknowledged that thing. They want to make that child to go and drink, to go and smoke, to go and be careless. Like, I don't care. Since nobody noticed I am doing wrong, I am doing anything wrong, then I can do whatever because nobody's gonna realize. He told me, Court, it's the best game in whole that state. They were playing, they are player. And guess what, guys? The parents supposed to represent those players. The parents, they were supposed to represent that player. So when he looked back, nobody there for him. The principal had to do that for him. And guess what? After the game, he went straight ahead and get involved with the kid that they don't want to be involved with them before because they know what they're doing. But he was pissed off, and he get with those boys that they're not after no good. And guess what? Until today, he's struggling with the addiction that nobody know how to get them out of it. Until today. And then sometime, some of our friends, they will say their friend, our children friend. First of all, I need you guys to know about your children friend. You have to know them. You have to know their parents. You have to know their phone number. You have to know the addresses. In case, if your child did not pick up the phone where they're there with them, you have to know where to go. You have to know who to call. You have to know who to reach out to. And you have to know the name, by name, you know? So, I'm telling you guys, pay attention to your kids. I'm not better than you. I'm just like you, but I learn better. I do stuff better way. That's the reason why we want to share this, so that the kids that they're growing right now, they can be in the better place. So they don't have to suffer the way the elder one's suffering. Sometimes we are thinking we are South Sudanese, we are good, we are that, we are that. No, we are not. Because one of the person that I know, South Sudanese kid, they put the drugs in his drink when he went to the bathroom. He came back and drink that drink, and his life never the same until this day. Never the same. Very smart, very, very, very smart. If he says smart, he is very smart. If he's normal, you are like, oh, everybody will admire him. He have a good heart and everything. But somebody messed him up. He did not want to mess himself up. But the people that you think they're friend, you gotta wash your back all the time. You gotta wash your back. If you're a college student, I don't care who that was. You wanna go to the bathroom so bad. You left the drink. You left your food here. You say you gotta go to the bathroom. Please, please, my children, when you come back, do not eat that food again. Do not take that drink again. Because if you have one of them is not good in those kids, they can put something and you will be messed up for good.
And I would also say, like, if you're around people, like, in college and you just, I feel like after a while, a couple times hanging out with somebody, you kind of get, like, their vibe and their energy. And just, you gotta really listen to what they say sometimes, because, like, you have to even think, have like these deep conversations with them, because sometimes they'll reveal like, oh, they did something wrong to the last friend, or because it was like a stupid reason or that got them mad. Small things like that you gotta watch out for, because what makes you think they're not gonna do that to you eventually.
Yeah.
It's also like, it's just like you have to kind of watch their behavior and like in certain situations and how they handle certain situations for you to be like, oh,
they're good.
Yeah, they're good people. If you just allow for, people that you question a lot about like their actions around your life, they're probably not the best people that are gonna like look out for you as well, whenever it comes to, other situations. So
yeah, people change.
Yeah.
People change. When you go to college, you can be changing in any time. And then when you get with your old friend, don't think that's the same person that you know. I was talking to my daughter recently. I was asking her about the friend that they used to always talk. They were like, I'm not talking to her anymore. Why? And she told me the reason. I was like, So she figured it out. So whatever I've been saying to them is thinking in here. So they know what to look for when around the people like that. So we always will have to tell our kids. I have for example, one of my client daughter. She went to Texas A&M. That was like 3 years now. So this girl is very smart. When she in summer she at home, she helped his daddy. His daddy is working there at computer. So he helped his dad with his work. He even know the way around everything. So the girl, they were eating pizza, and they told her, oh, you can just, her phone is ringing inside. She don't want to go, but they said, you can just go pick it up and come back very quick. So by the time she picked it up, those 3 friends, they already just wanted the chance they can do whatever they want to do. So they put it in her drink, they put it in her food. That girl fall from 3rd floor and dead. As speaking to you right now, her mama in the mental hospital. The last time I see her, all the hair fall off. And I asked, I said, why? And she just come and hug me. I said, what happened? She said, you didn't hear in the news? I said, what in the news? Your daughter is dead. What? Because I thought they did their hair before they went to college. I did that hair. She was like, my daughter is dead. How? And she started telling me all the story. And we cried for 2 hours almost. We had to stop doing what we're supposed to do because she needed me to save her hair from falling off. So really we just hugging each other and cried because I was doing that girl hair since she was 8 years old. So when we're talking here, everything that we do in this channel, in this show, is the stuff that happened.
And even then, like, I would say also kind of relating to like the Nolan Wells situation as well. That's
That
going on as well.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the similar, you know,
to this kind of situation.
to this situation.
Yeah,
For
people that
sure.
you know when you're a kid, but when people are grown up, the people change. So you have to look, like my daughter said, you have to have a conversation, and there is something that they will say. Pay attention when they're talking, okay? Pay attention what they say and think about it. You know, let your mind work, because he thought this is the friend that they grow up with it. This is the same friend that she left them before, but they changed, you know. Maybe he is doing better than them, and they just, you know, the jealousness is a cancer, and there is nobody can cure that. If those kids, they were like, because he thinking he's doing good and he thinking we are bad and all this kind of stuff, like my daughter said, pay attention to whatever they behaving, how they talk. If they did something to somebody before, you gotta pay attention to that just to save your life. Because if you don't, you just go blindfolded, you thinking that's the friend that you had before. Guess what? The boy is gone. Nolan? Nolan is gone. He's not coming back. My heart is broken for his family, because I know that is very tough, and it's going to be tough until one day they met together in heaven. It's never gonna get easier, never gonna get better than that. So, parents, we need you guys to start this year to be a good year, to be an understanding year. Talk to your kid, try to understand them, try to love them more. When you guys wake up in the morning, good morning. Going to school, have a good day, I love you. All these things, it will make a difference. Trust me, when your child want to do something wrong, in that love that you give it to them every day is get into them, they will stop what they want to do. Trust me in that. So, I don't know if Grace have anything. As for me, that's all I got for you guys for today.
Yeah, I think that's really it. And I hope you guys, if you guys have any questions or need any help as well with like, trying to find resources or things, like especially like with college, you can always like reach out to us or just me
Yeah.
in general, and
Reach out to Grace.
try to help
She
you
can
out.
help. She can help a lot. Me, I can advise, but she know how to get the resources, and she can help with anything that you guys need. So we're here for you guys. We are working to make this channel to be a non-profit organization so that we can help even more. So you guys have a great day.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching. Go to YouTube and watch our episodes. Please subscribe and please follow us
Yes.
for more in TikTok and Instagram and Facebook page. You guys have a good one.